Think back to February 1955. A winter so vicious it cracked windows, killed engines, and froze milk bottles solid on the doorstep. A winter so cold that Britain, already weakened by war, rationing, and economic struggle, was brought to its knees by something as simple as snow. This wasn't a cold spell, it was a test of survival. The story begins in early January 1955. A freezing wind swept down from the north, dropping temperatures fast enough to shatter weather records. London woke to the heaviest snowfall it had seen in nearly a decade, over 15 centimeters in a single night. People expected it to melt in a day or two. They were wrong. The snow stayed. The cold deepened, and Britain stepped into what would become one of the most unforgettable winters in its history. The cold that rewrote history. By late January, the freeze should have eased. Instead, it fought back harder. February 23, 1955, a date burned into memory. In the quiet Scottish village of Braemar, the temperature plunged to 25 C, the coldest recorded in Britain since the 1800s. 60 years of winters had come and gone, yet nothing compared to this. Across the north, snow lay 2 feet deep near Elgin, reached 3 feet in the Highlands. 30-foot drifts buried cottages like graves of ice. Entire villages disappeared beneath walls of snow. Roads were erased. Railways froze. Britain wasn't isolated by politics or war, but by nature. The RAF launched Operation Snowdrop, dropping food and medicine from the sky. Not to war zones, but to British citizens trapped in their own homes. Life in a country without heat. Central heating? Rare. Double glazing? A luxury. Surviving the night? Not guaranteed. Most families lived around a single coal fire. One flame. One room. One hope. Bedrooms froze from the inside. Frost grew across windows like spiderwebs of ice. Breath turned to mist in the air. If the coal ran out, the cold won. And coal did run out. Delivery trucks stalled in snowdrifts. Mines froze. Coal sat useless in depots. Families burned newspapers, broken furniture, anything to feed the fire. The smell of coal smoke clung to every street like a warning. Keep the fire burning, or the cold will get you first. When the sky went dark, then came January 16th. At 1:15 p.m., daylight vanished in London. Coal smoke mixed with freezing air and created a black smog so thick it strangled the city. Light levels fell to nearly zero, like an eclipse without the sun. Thousands panicked. Phone lines jammed. Some believed the world was ending. It took hours for the darkness to lift. When it did, the message was clear. This winter wasn't just dangerous. It was unnatural. A nation that refused to surrender even with roads erased and engines frozen. Britain didn't stop. Postmen walked miles through knee-deep snow to deliver letters. Doctors forced their way to patients with frozen medical bags. Farmers fought frozen soil just to rescue winter crops buried like treasure beneath stone-hard earth. And yet, British stoicism shone through. No drama, no surrender, just, "We'll manage. We always do." The unexpected hero. Community, but the greatest story isn't the coal. It's the people. When coal ran out, neighbors shared it. When homes went dark, families took strangers in. When roads vanished, entire towns dug each other out by hand. Church halls became havens. Community centers turned into lifeboats of heat and humanity. People who barely nodded at each other before now shared soup, blankets, jokes, and hope. For the first time in a long time, Britain felt like a single home. The winter children remember. Ask anyone who was a child then, and their eyes will shine. Because for them, the world hadn't broken. It had become magical. Sledges made from baking trays. Snowball fights that lasted hours. Snowmen taller than adults. Schools closing like gifts from the heavens. They came home soaked, frozen, and smiling so wide their faces hurt. While parents feared survival, children tasted freedom. The thaw that felt like a miracle in March 1956. The first melt began. Snow thinned. Roads emerged. Water dripped from rooftops like the country was exhaling. A milk delivery arrived unfrozen, and people cheered. It sounds strange today, but in that moment, life returning felt heroic. Britain had survived a silent war. Aftermath. WHAT. The ice took the winter, cost Britain dear. Livestock lost. Crops ruined. businesses shuttered, lives cut short. But it also gave something back, something priceless. A reminder that survival isn't about comfort. It's about character, the lesson that still matters. The winter of 1955 to 56 proved one thing. You don't survive disaster alone. You survive because someone knocks on your door and says, "You don't have to face this by yourself." No smartphones, no heating, no instant solutions. Just grit, kindness, and community. The frost melted, but the memory didn't. Because that winter didn't just freeze Britain, it revealed it. So let me ask you, were you there? Did someone in your family live through it? If your parents or grandparents told stories of those frozen months, drop them in the comments. Those memories deserve to be heard.